if you want to understand what part of your own life the Scorpio full moon this Thursday is going to affect, you can check out episode 4 of the True Self podcast, which is linked in my bio. That's going to tell you the part of your life that Scorpio affects. So it will tell you the part of your life that the full moon is happening in. Now, with everything that's been going on in the world, I would be a little worried for us with a full moon in Scorpio coming up anyway. Scorpio moons are intense and emotional, and sometimes they make us feel a little bit crazy, and often they make us feel overwhelmed. But we're also in the lead up to one of the weirdest weeks of the year. I know that's a big statement, but next week we have Saturn stationing retrograde on Sunday, Venus stationing retrograde on Tuesday, and Jupiter stationing retrograde on Thursday. And the combined impact of all of those planets slowing down, and we can feel it right now, is this gravitational pull. It's kind of like being squished. And with the Scorpio moon coming up in that context, I'm especially concerned for us. I want us to be paying attention to taking care of ourselves and paying attention to what to do with our Scorpio energy. So, what can you do with the energy of this week? We have a waxing moon, which means we're getting a little more frantic. Sometimes I refer to this as increasing energy, but I think, especially in a week like this, it might actually feel like you're getting more tired, but like your heart's beating faster. Like you're getting tired because something within you is overexerting. We're going to hit a peak, and then we're going to start to come down, and then we're going to be in that gravitational pull of all of those retrogrades. So what can you do with that energy? Well, first of all, meditate. So this will work all week with that like increasing heartbeat, increasing franticness that happens during a full moon week. Anything you can do to kind of slow the heart rate down and come back into your body is going to be really helpful. So meditating and deep breathing, even if you're not one for like a long form 10-minute sitting down meditation, if you just do a couple of the 4-second breaths where you breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, let it go for a count of 4, that will start to just keep your heart rate down and keep you even. That's a good skill to have this week especially, but also all the time. Number 2, especially when we hit the Scorpio moon starting Wednesday and Thursday, do stuff to get your feelings moving and your emotions moving. For some of us, this is physical activity. I know I've been having a really hard time motivating myself to move around, but moving around kind of gets stuff moving through your system. You don't want feelings to get stuck during a Scorpio moon. The other thing is, if you feel like crying, and you can, cry. It's like a literal movement of water through your body. Also, just drinking a lot of water during these times. It's a water moon, but anything that's kind of moving water through your system, it helps with Scorpio stuff. And then the third thing, and this is advice I'm directing towards myself as well, is be willing to slow down. If you're finding yourself doing a lot of stuff to distract yourself from your feelings, and many of us are finding ourselves doing that right now, you might not be able to get away with that this week. There might be an insistence that you really sit down and deal with how you're feeling, and you can kind of get ahead of that by doing it on purpose and planning to do it, right? When astrology is coming at us with these moments where we have to deal with shit, it can be helpful to just be ahead of it and be ready to deal with it from the beginning. So that's it for this video. On Wednesday, when the moon is in Scorpio, I'm going to post a full moon meditation for Patreon subscribers. It's a cool one. It's where you're visualizing water flowing down your body. Really breaks up the Scorpio nasties. And on Thursday, there will be a new episode of the podcast posted. It's the Cancer episode. So please take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon.